They should exist. Well, you know when
Johnny
they
Cash.
did like Old Town Road, that was kind of rap hip-hop country.
Yeah, that's more hip. Pretty hot.
Listen, so all the styles are kind of becoming other styles. You know, there was like alternative now. Now alternative is kind of a mix of indie and alternative together.
Yeah.
It's like a medley, a big medley.
A big medley.
Oh, we are on air. Amazing. Oh, Tessa, what happened yesterday to my toe?
I actually didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
But I turned around and it was bleeding.
Yeah.
The pinky toe.
My
left
pinky
hand.
toe. My pinky toe suffered.
Yeah, it went down.
It went down. It went down with the heater.
Yeah, with the heater. That was what it was. Yeah, right there, right?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
That right there.
Yeah, right down there. It's like an
Bam.
opening like of this like metal heater. Do you have your tetanus shot?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I'm
so
up
you're
to
good.
date with all my
Okay.
shots. This is
Good.
good. Well, yeah, you need to like tell me when I'm due for those things
Yeah.
too.
Well, when was the last? When was the last time you had it?
Oh, not that long.
Okay,
I should
so-
be fine. I'll
so
give
it's
you
like
all
10
my
years.
care card information and all that.
Perfect, because it's 10 years and otherwise.
But then you get tetanus. Tetanus is not something that's great to have.
No,
No, you don't want that.
I kept forgetting.
It's like
that
rabies,
yeah.
but like tetanus.
But you know what they have to do for rabies?
Not sure.
So if you get like bitten by an animal, like
Yeah.
a wild animal,
Yeah.
you have to get 7 long needles stabbed.
Oh,
in
7?
7. Like I think
'Cause
it's
I-
7 or like 7 times. Like they have to like put it
That
into your
makes sense.
stomach.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it's so yeah, like
Because we
that's
got
not fun.
vaccinated for rabies before we were supposed to go to Bali.
You can get
You
vaccinated.
can get vaccinated, but then when you get bitten, you have to be revaccinated, but it's a better chance. But the vaccine is like $900 per person. It's a
That's
pretty
why no
expensive
one does it.
vaccine. It's a pretty expensive vaccine.
Yeah. Okay, but it's
But at the same time, I mean, your life. How much is your life worth?
a lot. And I also, you know what? I have a feeling like, you know what? I see like a baby raccoon and I'm like, that's cute.
Since you like animals, it would be better for you to. I hate animals, and I still got the rabies shot. So
Yeah, like,
imagine,
I don't know, I feel
imagine
like
people who actually like them.
Yeah, I like little things. I do like animals. Wouldn't own them right now. I'm not in a place to own
No,
them.
but still,
But I
you
like,
can
if I
own
see-
other little things.
Yeah, like I saved some baby ducklings once.
Oh, yeah?
A few months or in the last
Because
summer.
they're so dumb, right?
Yeah, like the mom got like trapped on the other side of this huge like wall thing, and I had to like save them. So I grabbed a bag and like I was just going for a bike ride, and then heard these like little ducklings like
Okay.
you know, I
Quack,
don't know.
quack, quack,
Yeah.
but like in
Yeah, like
a
that.
baby way.
Yeah, and I felt so bad. So yeah. Anyways,
Rabies, my sister
Don't do
had it. Ooh.
and tetanus,
And tetanus, great. Okay, we are Piper,
and I'm Tessa.
and we're not going to talk about rabies. We're actually talking about EVs because this is the podcast while you wait to charge your electric vehicle or to get your very own electric vehicle. We are changing the format a little bit because in every podcast that we did so far in a live version format, we have gotten so many questions from many different people who don't own EVs, some insight on people who own EVs, and decided that it would be a better format if you could literally ask us anything because we do drive an EV, an electric vehicle.
Yep.
We are planning on driving more, testing a lot more. So if you have any questions relating to electric vehicles, well, just ask us anything. It's like an AMA, but since we're two, it's a AUA.
Yeah, AUA.
Ask us anything. This is like a AUA, meaning that all question goes. Keep it on subject. We're talking EVs. Don't ask us like the color of a real lipstick. That's not what this is about. I mean, Sephora number 1, if ever you need to know. But they're changing the formula, so I don't really know what's gonna happen with that. We'll figure that out later, right, Tessa?
Yeah, another time.
Another time. Now, you need to actually, well, get onto this. Get onto this. What do you want to ask somebody who has driven an EV? What have you seen on Facebook, in the news, and you're like, oh, is that really true about electric vehicles? If you feel like you have range anxiety, if you feel like it's not really good for the environment, all of these little things, like drop a comment in live chat comment section right here, right now, because we will be talking about all these subjects. If we don't have the answer, well, maybe just maybe somebody in the live will have an answer. That is why we are a community here on Two Girls, One Electric Car. Right now, we drive a Tesla Model X.
How long have you been having an electric car?
And I've had an electric car since 2016. Yes, I had an electric car since 2016. It all started with the Chevrolet Volt. the actual 2015 model, I think, but I kind of purchased it. And you know how they work, like with cars and numbers. It's so complicated that in the fall it becomes like the other year. Well, so that's what happened. So I had a Chevy Volt for a whole year. Then I went to switch my tires because it was like winter in Quebec. And the guy told me, you know what? You can actually switch cars for like the same price you're paying right now. I was like, what? I just came to change my tires for winter tires, but you tell me I can get the newer Volt, which was completely different than the older one, had more range. So it was like 20 kilometers more of battery range. It was 60 before, and then it became like 80, which is a good difference. And then the look of it was completely different. Like the first Volt was a bit more like squarish, and the second one a bit more. It would glide a bit more, you know. This is more like a Acura. Toyota, more round, very different. Yeah, so Tesla is playing with the Tesla Model X.
Yeah.
Now that is what happened with me, and then I've drove the Chevy Volt until 2018. Yeah, that was pre-COVID. 2018, 2019. Yeah, 2019 actually. And switched it for a Mercedes. Now, of course, you're like, Piper, you went back to gasoline. Why? Well, you know, there's something about owning a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi in society that makes it so, whoa, you have a Mercedes.
Yeah, Merc. Like everyone's like, oh, Merc.
So nice. I did it. I did to see what it would feel like, and I did it. And, well, I had another project in mind, and so decided to buy the Tesla Model X. About a year and a half ago. Yeah, so I've had the Tesla Model X for a year and a half ago, and that was only because the Falcon doors.
Yeah.
And also because it was electric, and after owning two vehicles, one electric and one gasoline one, I would never use the Mercedes. Almost never, always use the Tesla Model X because it was always full. I would just plug it at home, and then it would always be ready to go. Like, always ready to go. So that was way better. The comfort of electricity is just way better than an actual gasoline car.
Yeah.
So I kept it like that. It smells better. This is a lot better. Carl says, my question is, how well does that model handle? Okay, so if you're talking about handle actual temperatures, handles like the road, it's really heavy. Like, all electric cars are very heavy because the battery pack is like heavier than a motor. I think, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure a battery pack is heavier than a motor. Meaning that it holds the road really, really, really well. Plus, when I went and did track in Mission, so I went on a racetrack in Mission, British Columbia. They have like a racetrack for cars. I think you can do it motorcycle, but it's not really like the crotch rocket motorcycle thing. So I did that, and the pilot that was with me, next to me, and that was telling me like, brake, or like, accelerate, and they just yell at you the whole time. You're like, oh my God, this is crazy. I loved the experience. Now, he told me that for a car to actually flip is very difficult, and that was really my main like scareness was for the car to actually flip. Did you ever like experience that, being in a car accident and it kind of turned over, like rolled over, flipped?
No, more wrapped.
What does wrap mean?
Like, so if something like... So
oh, is this like there's a pole?
Like a tree.
There's a tree?
Yeah, a tree. Or like it kind of just goes... Whoop,
yeah.
And then what else? So it's kind of like a collision. Like
a collision. So those are your experiences with cars?
Yeah, just like not like nothing fatal, but like...
Yeah, because you're here, right?
Yeah.
I hope you are. Yeah, okay, I'm touching her. She's there, so cool. She's there.
It was more like I was never driving, by the way.
Okay, it's never her accident.
No.
Great, because I'm about to put you on my insurance.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me.
It's not going to raise my
prime.
prime.
Me.
That's how they call it, like insurance prime or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is one thing that can happen. But when I was on the track, like the guy literally says, for you to be able to flip a car, like you often, make it roll. You often need to have something on the road that will lift it up enough so that it doesn't. Because I felt it. I felt the thing that you're supposed to feel. The car kind of grips to the road. It kind of goes, it's suction to it. If you do it right and the right way. So it happened a few times during the whole like track and like the 20 minutes I was driving. The car really like suctioned to the track and you can really feel it. It's a full body experience.
It's an out of body. Is it like an out of body experience?
It's an completely in body experience.
Yeah, like you're feeling everything.
You feel like you and the car just mind meld.
Oh,
yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah, it's full body.
That's
It's like
cool.
an orgasm, exactly. It's like it's crazy. You just feel like one with the car.
Just like orgasm, it doesn't happen every turn.
No, just like
Not every
orgasms.
literally every turn,
It
right?
doesn't. Yeah, it does not happen every time.
turn.
No. Well,
Every
because
time
it
you
was my
turn.
first time too, so you don't really know how to do it. I'm sure the pilot guy that was there, if he would have like drove the car and not me, he would have made me have this experience every turn because that's how you're supposed to do it. But I had no idea. So I'm Piper,
I'm Tessa.
and we are two girls,
One electric car.
Yes, this podcast is called While You Wait, and we've changed the format a little bit so you can ask us anything about electric vehicles because we are driving a Tesla Model X. Any question you have, any hate you have,
Anything.
shame,
Good
whatever.
or bad shame.
Shame. I mean, something bad happened.
Comedy.
My wife's car.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
wife's car.
Yeah.
Some
just
people
anything.
are like that, oh, their wife's car is not as good as their car, or reverse.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all for you. This is all for you. So ask us anything because that seems to be the way every podcast we've done so far in a live format has gone up.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got here? Max Power. Hey Max. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. We also have Will Garcia 1. Thank you for tuning in.
And Tiger 311.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we got everyone here.
Okay, Dave Frank. Hey.
Hey.
You Tiger. Yes. 311. I'm gonna have to drive my M3 more. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So M3 is that a so that's a BMW, right? Because so that's the kit on the BMW. So they all have like kits. So the Mercedes has a kit, and then the BMW has the M3. I think you can have M5, right? Can you have M5?
M5.
It depends on the model.
Yeah.
Series, it's going to be M3. If it's a 5, it's going to be M5.
Okay, yeah.
Just like
right.
AMG for Mercedes.
Exactly, it's like AMG for Mercedes. So you can have this like upgrade. Often the motor's better, right? Leave us a comment. The motor's way better. It's like tuned for sport. It's like fast tuned. Then you can have a few more specs, and of course you have like the special grill and the special little sticker thingy that is all over your car that tells people that you paid a lot more for your car and it goes faster.
Yeah, and you like leave your keys out on the table at a restaurant, just to make sure everyone knows
That's what you own.
that's what you own.
An M3.
Yeah, and everyone's like, the waitress is like, please move your keys. I
want-
need to put your food down. It's burning my hands. And he's like, no. And he's like, no. Look it. Look at it. And you're like,
Look at the
You're like,
symbol.
awesome. I'm happy for you.
Can I test drive it now?
Yeah. I'm like, that's it. If I
That's
can test
it.
drive it, no problem.
Exactly. I think that's why you should leave your keys on the table so that people can test drive it. I mean, you're leaving them there to get some. We know what you're doing.
What do you do if it's keyless now?
Yeah, I know.
Keyless.
That's it's keyless. What do? Do you open you open your phone and you see like your Tesla app?
You just leave it open
You
on the
just leave
table.
your Tesla app open like this.
Yeah, you
on the
just leave it
table
open.
here.
And you're like, but and you kind of just like look at it, like
Look at my
look
phone.
at
Look at my phone.
you like kind of nod. You don't really say anything. You're like,
Yes, it's a very subtle moves. You're like, yeah, look at my phone. Because Tesla has the fob. You can still get a fob, I think, for most models if you want to, but it's a bit archaic. After
it's
that,
cool.
there's a card, like it's like a credit card, but it acts as a fob. And well, now the app kind of opens everything. And I saw a guy who actually asks no, I don't think it was Alexa. I think it was Siri. He asked Siri to open his Tesla with a little Siri.
oh,
A little
so Siri
hub.
opened.
Yeah, and Siri opened his Tesla for him. Now, I don't know how that configuration would work in the woods, but if you're like near your home, it's a bit like the first key fobs. It would like open it from inside. You could kind of start your car from being inside the actual home because it was too cold because it's freaking winter in most of Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, was the M3? No, is it Model 3 Tesla?
Oh, Model 3 Tesla. Oh,
Yeah.
so it's not an M3.
Model 3
That's
Tesla.
not-
So yeah,
That's
we talked-
better.
Yeah, we like it. We like.
No, he
It's a
says
Tesla.
M3 Tesla.
Yeah, Model 3.
Model 3, so he's not saying M3.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Tiger.
Tiger 311. Model 3.
Tiger.
Okay, so he says, I'm gonna have to drive my M3 more. You do? And do you have keys, card, or the actual app? Tell us.
Yeah,
this,
that's
because
cool.
the Model 3 is a bit newer than my Model X. My Model X is a 2016.
Yeah.
Meaning it's older. I don't know if your Model 3 came after anyways. So even like the more recent Model 3s are more recent. The oldest Model 3, I'm pretty sure, is more recent than the Model X that I have. Because Model 3 came after. It was Model S. Well, before that there was the Roadster, but not many people own a Roadster from Tesla, quite frankly. Then after that, like when they started, well, okay, we're making cars now, people. Model S, then Y, then X, then 3. That's how it's
sexy.
But
acronym. Right? And he only uses the app.
Oh, he only uses the app. I leave key card at home. I only use the app.
Stop saying with that dog.
Hello, ladies. That's from Howie. Hey, Howie. So we have a lot of our Patreons right here in the actual... Shake it, shake it. If you hear noise, it's Tessa fumbling around and myself. We have to stop touching our microphones. We know. Thank you for all of your amazing
and rolling
positive
the car
feedback.
rolling the car on the desk.
Yeah.
You can hear that?
You can hear that. Now she's eating peanuts. So if you're like, oh, what's that weird sound? That's a peanut being eaten. ASMR peanut. ASMR beatdown. Okay. This podcast is called While You Wait to charge your electric vehicle or just to wait for other things in life, like for Tessa to be finished her peanuts. Same thing. While you wait, you can actually ask us anything about electric vehicles. We have had so many questions and we have so many people who actually own electric vehicles in our comment sections that we've decided that it would be a great thing to make this podcast easier for everybody and more accessible to everybody. Meaning that if you don't yet own an EV, if you're thinking of owning an EV, or if you just want information because you are one of these people that likes to be cultivated in general in many things in life, well, this is the perfect podcast for you. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you share this video /podcast with a friend right now. You can click the share arrow just beneath there. Click it. It will redirect you to Facebook, X, Reddit. You can also grab that URL and share it via text messages or old-fashioned email, people. Old-fashioned email.
I'll drop that link so you can possibly email.
Perfect.
Right now.
Tessa's going to drop the link in the live chat comment.
It's Friday.
Right
Send it
down there.
mass. Send it to your entire office.
Oh, nice.
Like drop
Nice.
Get fired.
that. Get
For
fired.
us. Yeah.
Get fired.
Because we're working right now. So we're good. You can always, well, while you wait to finish your day at work, you can listen to us, but don't tell your boss we said that.
Or do tell your boss you said that, and then, or we said that, and then just
What's gonna
do what
happen
you're
then?
gonna do.
Yeah, do what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Tessa has a free spirit, people. She's a free spirit. Would you ever go back to gas vehicle? Oh, that's a good question, Dave. Thank you very much for asking. Actually, like I said, I did go back to gas vehicle because after the Chevy Volt, which I have to admit, the Chevy Volt it has a generator in it. So I was putting gas in the Chevy Volt. And the other reason why I decided not to keep the Chevy Volt was that I was not using it. I moved to the city, I was not using it, and they do say that it's really bad for like this type of vehicle to not run enough. So having the battery that doesn't run and having the generator that doesn't run, even though there's gas in it, it's just not good. Very not good. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to switch it for a gas vehicle so that I use it when I use it. And so I switched the Volt. I went to Mercedes and I said, how much you give me for my Chevy Volt? I think it was a 2017. Yeah, when I switched to the newer one. It was like the top of the line Chevy Volt. I had all of like the driving, like self-driving features, and it was a beige, like it's a type of like burgundy beige and black inside. It was really beautiful. Seriously, beautiful car, all black outside.
Nice.
And the guy told me, well, actually, I think he gave me approximately $16,000 for it, and I had to pay $2,200 to get a Mercedes 2012. Yeah, 2012. It was a C-Series, like normal 4 doors, sedan, perfect. So I took that, paid $2,200. It was all good. No more like payments, no more nothing, and had the Mercedes. Now, the comfort of an electric car is not comparable. it isn't to a gas vehicle. Gas vehicles they shake.
They shake it up. Yeah,
They do that.
That's probably why every time I get in the Tesla, I'm like, oh, I'm so soothed. Like I could be like lulled to sleep, which is a nice thing, especially sitting in the back. Obviously, if you're driving, you're gonna drive.
Yes.
But the gas cars, like I could never sleep on the road. So when we went to Kamloops, like I was like, oh, tired in a good way. Like it was just soothing.
Yeah.
I was like, but
It's
before
a
I'd be like,
relaxed ride.
yeah, it's not shaky. It's great.
It's a different ride, and quite frankly, if you have never experienced an actual electric vehicle, like being in one, driving in one, go test drive one. Use our referral link and go to your nearest Tesla dealership and go test drive one, because it's worth the experience and it's totally free. So if you don't know what to do this weekend, like go do it. Plus, it's gonna give us some points. Oh yeah, I don't have the we don't have the referral. We deleted the
got rid of the
referral link.
referral link.
Okay, the referral link is bit.ly/TSCA.
Yeah, you can replay this later if you need to.
bit.ly/TSCA. Super easy.
Yeah, take notes.
But just go there. Go there. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it's such a different experience.
Yes.
Most people like the sound and all of that. But quite frankly, if you're driving and all that, the sound is better no sound.
Yeah.
I know if you want to like drag race, not like RuPaul, but drag race in the street in your gas vehicle and in your Lambo, yeah, you're gonna want the sound. If you're shifting, you're gonna want the sound.
Yeah.
But for general cruising and general like life
Day to
things,
day, it's so.
Yeah.
But it's something we can just tell you and you've heard or like you'd believe or not. But you have to try it yourself.
so much a
You
good
have
point.
to test it out with a lot of things. You got to test it out. You know, you're not going to get married to a vehicle, or like you're not going to get married to someone you haven't.
Yes.
Test
no,
it
you're
out.
Not.
Like
no, test
you
it
know,
out
like
before
you got to know,
buy
or
it.
else then you're committed to this. And you're like, yeah.
Except for the Christians, maybe.
But-
Yeah. So the thing is, you should test drive. You should definitely test drive, and don't be shy. Go there. I test drive the Model S, like when Tesla just opened in Montreal their actual dealership,
Nice.
and it was amazing.
Was it like a huge one or just one? Like
It was the S, so it was like, but it was I had like the most power.
oh, I
it
meant
was
the
P-
dealership, like when it opened.
Oh yeah, it was a big dealership.
Okay.
It was a big dealership, and Tesla has this thing with people. You just walk in, and they make you touch everything and like try any car. It's very
Immersive.
It's just like that. They have
They
like
want
this
you to touch
openness.
everything. They want you
Yeah.
to get in there.
It's not like you get there
get
and
in
you're
for a
like, oh, I don't want to touch anything. I don't want
No,
to
they
drive
want you
anything.
to, and they
No,
have someone like behind them, like just cleaning up this little marks, which is respect.
exactly.
That's what you want.
So you should definitely put that on your list for your next vacation weekend. Just go test drive an EV.
Why not?
But
That sounds
it's
fun.
an experience, and then you're gonna have more things to talk about with your friends, family,
us.
coworker, with us.
Yeah.
You can bring your experience back to us. So thank you everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
Max Powers says, "What is the main reason you got an EV?" We answer all of your questions on Two Girls, One
Electric Car.
And the podcast is called While You Wait, because while you wait for your EV to charge or while you wait to make up your mind to buy an EV, we are here to entertain and educate you on anything electric vehicle related.
Or
Right?
anything electric.
Yeah. Electricity in
Yeah, anything
general.
that's powered up, plugged in, plugged out. We're here. We're unplugged, but we're always plugged.
We are kind of unplugged plug. This is very live, people. This is very
It's
live.
very live.
This is
But
very live.
anything electricity, anything in the future is super cool. That's what we like.
That is exactly what we love. That's why we're doing this every single day. Why is the main reason you got an EV? Okay, so Max Power, I think there's two main reasons why I got an EV. The first one would be more philosophical. I'm going to say I'm an early adopter. I like technology, and EV was just like one of these things when the electric vehicles started coming out, like the Tesla. I went and test drove it. It was an amazing experience. Unfortunately, I was going further away and there wasn't the range I needed back then to get back and forth without plugging, and I couldn't plug to where I was going. There was no like supercharger where I was going
At that time, right?
at that time, and
Yeah.
we're talking like almost like 8 years ago. So that was not possible for me. Plus I had two motorcycles, one actual the thing you put the motorcycles on.
Like a trailer. Like
Trailer. The trailer to put the
Trailer.
motorcycles on. And an EV has torque, but I couldn't even do it then, like the back and forth. So adding all that weight and that torque, it was just not a good idea. And even when I bought the Chevy Volt, they did not encourage for me to do that, but I still did it. I still like put a ball in. It was fine. The battery would deplete like super fast. Of course, it's not made for that. And even if you're looking to pull a load, it always tells you in the user manual, something like that, how much you can pull. And that's why you can't just like pull anything with any car. You need to know, because like a F-150 will definitely pull differently than your minivan. Mm-hmm. It can do it, but it's a different type of load so you need to be conscious about that. So my first reason why I got an EV was to be one of these early adopter people. Was to be like in that vibe. Since I couldn't, I would say not afford, but in the way afford for the range, and then it was pretty expensive for my budget back then. I was just like starting out, didn't even do YouTube yet. So this is a bit too much. I went for the Chevy Volt because Chevy Volt had a gas generator and a battery, meaning that I had 60 kilometers of battery, and then the generator, gasoline generator, would go on, which means that it's not an hybrid. The Volt is very special. It was not an hybrid. The generator was a gas generator that would feed the battery. So you would kind of always run on the battery, but the battery would be fed by gas. I know, but if you take like a Prius or I think it's a Prius, right? So the Prius is an hybrid, meaning that if you're like under 20 kilometers per hour, it's going to take the battery, and then after that, it's going to take the gas. The Volt is not like that. It always takes the battery. It's just that when the battery is depleted, it takes the gas to make the battery. Explain to me, like at 5, that's really how it is. If you have more insight about this, please leave it in the live comment section to educate me better on this. Early adopter, first choice. Second choice, you're always ready. You plug it in from home, and it's ready to go. You don't need to go to the gas station. That is something you don't need to think about. Unless you're going on a longer trip, but that would be the same as having, again, your gas pump at home. So you're always full. You leave your house, you're full.
You're never on empty.
You're never on empty. It's impossible. You're always full when you leave home. I really enjoyed that kind of security, that not thinking about it. It's always full.
Yeah. All electricity, no brakes. You're good.
Yeah, like that. Super cool.
Gas, no brake.
Yeah.
All gas, no brake.
No
All
brake,
electricity,
right?
no brake.
Yeah.
We're getting the lingo, Tesla. We're
getting there.
it. Now, meaning that would be the second thing, was that you're always full tank. Always full tank. Then after that, if we talk about like the comfortability and all that, that's
sleekness,
more after after getting an EV, you realize that it is very comfortable. It's a comfortable ride.
Yeah.
It's a comfortable environment. There's way less noise, less shaking. I mean, there's no check engine button.
No.
There's no check engine light.
You don't
It's
have to
all
go to a
related
mechanic.
to your app.
Like, you don't really have to go to the garage.
No.
But it's the same with like an ergonomic chair, right?
Yeah.
Like, so what I found riding for 4 hours in the Tesla was it made me sit up straight. My posture was better. And it was comfortable in this position. Same with like a chair that you would get for your office. Because if you sit all the time, right?
Millers, right?
Yeah, and like you
Those
pay
are
a
nice.
lot of money for those chairs, unless your company pays for that. But it's but like it's the
Somebody
same with the
pays
car.
in the end somewhere.
If you're in the car for what did we say, like
We were in the car for about 4 hours.
yeah, but
and then
your
4 hours
day-to-day
came out.
commute, right?
Yes,
Like why
yes.
wouldn't you want ultimate comfort, like posture? Like you don't want backaches when you're older. Like you don't want to
No.
like be hunched over like the
Like the
Notre Dame,
hunchback.
Notre Dame. Notre
Yeah,
Dame.
nicely
Notre
said.
Dame.
Notre Dame. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is learning French, people.
Yeah.
It's happening.
I know I need to do my Duolingo, but anyways, besides the point.
Don't
It's
worry.
just the comfortability of just ease. Like you can work in the car
Yeah.
and you can do so many different things that
We
you
call
couldn't
it our
do.
mobile office.
Yeah,
And it
it's-
really works.
And it is proven. It's proven.
It's a proven technique, and we will prove it to you again. We will do
We
that.
just need
once.
suction cups.
Yeah, we need suction cups.
Yeah.
We need this is happening. Suction cups are happening.
Yeah, they're in our Amazon wish list.
So I hope that answers your question, Max
Yeah.
Power. Thank you very much for asking. Tiger311 says, have you ever had a problem with the doors on the X? A lot of people actually decided
Good
not
question.
to purchase a Tesla Model X. Yeah, because of the Falcon doors. And yes, there has been some issues with the Falcon doors. Sometimes de-aligning, so closing a bit like on the edge. But I've had it for a year and a half now. So far, everything's good. They close fine. They open fine. Of course, every time they need to change this kind of like little spark plug battery thing, which happened 2 times already, the service guy that comes in, he just comes to your home actually.
Yeah,
unless
you don't have to go to him.
No, you just book the
Cool.
appointment. They come to your home and they take care of everything on site. They do your tire pressure, and since I have the Model X, they do check for the Falcon doors because they know that the older models have I've had a little bit of issues with that. So far, I have no issues at all with the Falcon doors, except for one thing. And I think that's because it's maybe an older model, so 2016. When we did go to the car wash and we opened the doors, there's a little bit of water left there. So some of it kind of dripped in the car. It was not crazy, not enough to be like, oh my God, if we go at the car wash, we're going to get wet.
No, it was more just, I think because it was after, because we opened the doors and then put them back. So
there's like a little bit of a puddle.
It didn't have time to dry, I guess, like in the cracks. So it kind of like went in and it was just a little leak.
It's a little leak.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't anything major.
But I'm sure if I like called Tesla and all that, they could just like maybe redo the little
seal. Like there's like a sealant.
Yeah.
Like kind of like to avoid water getting into your
water going in your Tesla. So that's the only thing with the Falcon doors so far. The other consideration is that some people have said that the sensors on them are so, but so far, I mean, Tesla was gonna get out of one, and the door just like stopped like right there, and it said like object detected. So it's very sensitive. The sensors are actually really good.
Yeah, because it came down, right? And then like eventually, like I had like a little bag on, and I felt it kind of just like
squeezing on you.
Tap me. Yeah, a little it wasn't like aggressive squeeze, like like when you haven't seen someone for a long time and they give you that hug, like your great aunt or something, and they're like, oh my God, just squeezes the life out of you. No. It was just a little gentle kind of put like little like, oh, you're there. Sorry.
Yeah. He was trying to like the Tesla was trying to shove you into.
Yeah,
like, come back here with me.
Yeah, he's like, no, don't leave me. Yeah. So I was like, okay, and that was cool. I was like, oh my God. And you're like, what happened? It's just like, I don't know. Like, she's like, oh, what happens sometimes? Like, it just senses, but it knows not to like break it. Like the egg thing.
Like remember? The egg thing.
Yeah, like you put an egg there, and it'll like touch it, but then it'll back up. It'll be like, oh, don't worry, I'm not going to break you. So
they are very sensitive, and so far I had no problem with any of that. Like no problem with the Falcon doors. So far, no problem. Even being in parking tight spots, I know they did the whole demonstration for you to be really able to open the Falcon doors, like when you're really close to another car, and that is so true.
Yeah.
I park it anywhere. The Falcon doors do open everywhere. The only thing with the Falcon doors, of course, is the height you have. It's not the proximity to the other car. It's actually like the height of what you're in, and if there's like plumbing there or other things like in a garage.
Pipes, yeah, if there's something overhead that we see, and it will open up and like we can get out.
And then it's going
to
beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, and then you have to pull out a little bit, but that's mostly just the overhead, which isn't a bad, like it's not the worst. Like even when you, in a regular gas car, you pull into someone or you pull into a spot and like someone, the only spot available, someone parked like too close to each side. So you still can't get out of your vehicle, like in the doors. So you're like,
at least the Falcon door, you could get out that way. Because it's really like, it really doesn't need much on the side of the car realm.
And you just kind of do some like through laser kind of things.
Yeah, exactly. Through the lasers.
Yeah.
You be like super flexible, like Tesla. Same thing. The other problem with the Falcon doors on the Tesla Model X is that some people have said that there's a little button, right? For you to manually open and close them from the passenger seat in the behind. Now this button is delicate. It's delicate. So if you like pull it too much or you push it too much, it wobbles a little bit. So they need to switch it. Some people are kind of really aggressive with it, and even mine are a bit. They hold in place. They're okay. They still work. But you can see that some people have been a bit too intense with them.
Because you want to like pull it and it's not working. So it's like people just pull really aggressively.
Yeah, but it's not. Actually, you don't. It's just like you just need to pull it a little bit, and then it's the time it processes the information.
Yeah, be patient and wait.
Because it wants to know that you're really like. It needs like this 3 seconds to know that you really want to open the door. It was not an accident.
Yeah.
You did not just like kind of take it. So you just need to pull it. Wait. Yeah. It's a button on the newer models.
Not a pulley.
It's not a pull.
Pulley push.
Pull push. Push.
People were breaking them.
People were breaking them. which is a problem. But
Yep.
it's not a problem for us yet because, well, we're two grown women in a Tesla Model X.
Yeah, and I could finally, close the frunk now.
Yeah, we can close the front.
Yeah, I just have to be a
Everything's
little
good.
and open the doors. I just need to be a little bit more aggressive. I was very gentle.
And this video's got 5,000 views.
Yeah, or how to
Wow.
open the frunk, which is, what is frunk, Tessa? Explain what a frunk
So
is.
frunky frunk. It is a front trunk of the Tesla because it has a little area which I can, like, we found out we can both fit in,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is sweet.
We can fit in the frunk.
Like, it's a real, like, it's not just like a
Just
little
don't
like
kidnap
area.
us.
No,
But we fit.
don't close the door all the way.
Do you think? I don't
Or
think we
the
fit
trunk.
both of us. One at a time, right?
We haven't tried it yet.
We haven't tried it yet. We haven't tried two of us. But the
now.
frunk has been, that's also has been an issue for some people because it is, well, like any type of car. Sometimes, some places, if you push, you will make a bump. How's that called? Like you would make a dent into
dent.
it.
A
Yeah,
dent,
so
yeah.
you will dent it. So there is an actual position to place your hands on every Tesla model for the frunk to close properly. So there's a position. Now, it is not any position. Tesla actually, if you read the F manual, it tells you where to put your hands and how to push to make sure that the frunk is closed. Because they didn't want to do it automatic anymore. Because, you know, sometimes you have these doors where you push and then it does it automatically.
Yeah.
But they did not want to do that anymore. That's why now with the Model 3, I think, and Tiger can confirm that, you really need to actually do it. You can't just like be like close frunk. So
Yeah.
you have to push it, but you don't push in the middle. You have to have both hands like
On the edge.
on the kind of like
Or not
the
edge, but like on the
side.
side,
There's
not
like-
not the middle, but
not
like
the
the
middle,
side.
right on
It's
the
like-
side. And
Yeah.
you give it just a little push. Okay, Tessa is very not heavy, so she needs to push a bit harder. But I mean, if you're over 100 pounds, you should be fine. Yeah, just underneath that, you might have to just, you know, use a little bit your upper body. Right, Tessa?
Just, yeah, some power.
There's a
You
little
need
bit
to
of
get some power there. That's why we charge up.
That's why we charge up.
Yeah.
I'm Piper.
I'm Tessa.
And you're listening to While You Wait, the podcast while you wait for your electric vehicle to charge or while you wait to make your mind up and purchase an EV. I mean, start with an electric scooter, but come on, get
Right.
on that train.
Or you wait to win the lottery.
Oh, that too. While you wait, listen to the podcast. Let us entertain you and educate you. Also, don't be shy. Post a comment. We want to interact with
We
you. That's
want
why
to-
we're doing this live.
That's all we want, really.
This is-
We just
that's
want
it.
everyone to comment,
We're
talk.
so not complicated girls.
No,
Oh, this is very easy
we're
to
very
join.
simple. No, not simple, simple. But like we just like we're easy.
Nothing is going right now.
No.
Easy, simple.
Yeah, we're friendly.
Yeah, let's say it like that. That's cool. We're friendly. We're friendly. We want people to come and talk to us. Oh, this is easy.
We're too easy. Right?
Too
Super
easy?
easy.
We're super easy.
Super.
We're super easy to roll with. We're super easy to listen to.
Yeah, and we're super easy to get along with.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what my point was.
that's what it was.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be
You
misconstrued.
recuperated it. Bam. No
recuperated.
problem. It has been solved. Would you ride a rickshaw? What is a
A
rickshaw?
rickshaw. It's like the horse thing. Like a horse-drawn. No, it's
Can
a
you
rickshaw.
show
I'll
me?
show you. Rickshaw.
Okay, Tessa is Googling it because I have no idea what a rickshaw
Oh, no.
is.
It's never mind. It's the one that's drawn by people. That's the one.
Oh, it's drawn by people.
Yeah, you must have seen it when you were in Asia.
Yeah, definitely saw it when I was in Asia. But you said they have bikes. They don't even pull it
Oh.
like that.
Yeah, it's like
they're more
really-
advanced.
It's really hard when it's like one dude.
Yeah. They
It's someone like a carriage, right? A two-person
it, yeah.
seater.
so it's two
Oh, yeah, do you
person
wanna-
and then. But okay, I said that's like a tuk-tuk.
What's a
Like a
tuk-tuk?
tuk-tuk in Asia is yeah.
Do you want to put up on the screen so everyone?
But then there's like one person
Thank you,
that
Oz.
actually like pulls
Yeah.
you. Whoa. I would definitely
Oh,
ride that. I
snap.
mean, if the person wants to do that for a living, then I'm good with riding it.
Look at
Uh-huh.
this.
Like I have no problem. Would I do that? Be the puller? Probably not. There's way too much exercise for me.
Rickshaw boy.
Wow,
Huh.
it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Rickshaw boy. Okay,
Wow.
interesting.
Like, was the question, would we ride or drive? Like, would we be
Yeah.
the rickshaw boy?
Oh yeah, that's a good. That's
Wait,
a
which
good one.
wait,
Yeah, Dave.
which side of
Which side are we? Because if I just ride in it, it's fine. If I'm the one pulling, it's not fine.
Yeah, are we the puller or the sitter?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm the sitter. I want to be the sitter. I want to be the person that just sits and
The
eats.
sitter. Yeah, I would
Right.
definitely do this.
Yeah, definitely do this. If somebody
We should
wants to
do-
do that for a living, I mean, I'm gonna pay them to do
It's a
that.
good workout. You don't have to pay for the gym. You get paid.
Exactly.
Or maybe, I don't know.
To walk around. Maybe
No,
they
you have
get.
to run, I think. It
Oh,
depends on how
yeah.
fast they get. Like, you need to get somewhere. It's
They're
like,
electric now.
they're electric now?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Perfect.
without the
Oh,
people.
we have to try these.
It's like a bicycle.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, okay.
In New York, in Times Square, there was a whole bunch, but it was like electric bicycle. Yeah.
Got it.
So the people did not walk anymore. They actually used electricity, people.
You walk faster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's too
Okay.
complicated. Now, have you seen the Lamborghini Tornado? Very sexy. That's from Howie.
It's right here.
Can we pull it up?
Yeah.
I think
Lamborghini.
electric one, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's electric from Lamborghini.
That's cool.
Is that the Lamborghini's only electric vehicle so
Is it
far?
the Hurricane?
It has
No,
like the
it's-
Falcon door, but I don't think they're called Falcon
Yeah.
doors on this. They're
think
more
it's just-
called like is it scissor doors or
Oh, can I-
everybody
can I
has a
get the
different
video again?
name for them.
Oh, it comes out. Sorry, it's late.
No, it's cool.
We're
Yeah.
learning.
We are learning.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Tornado from Lamborghini.
Because Lamborghini says he will not make any more motor.
Yes.
Oh, he just said no.
He said no.
no more.
No more
Or
as-
Lamborghini.
with the gas
That's-
motor.
With gas, but still,
Only
like
electric.
that's heavy.
Yeah, how are you guys feeling about this? Are you sad? Drop
Drop a comment. I'm actually sad, and I don't really. I don't know why.
And you never really wanted a Lambo, right?
No,
Okay.
no, but I'm just like that's just like that's it. But you have to process that and move on, and like that's really cool because the future is happening.
It is. Okay, how? Give us some specs, Tessa.
Yeah.
What does this Lamborghini have? How much range? How much range? I want to know
let's
like how
see.
much range this the
Electric
baby goes
supercar running on clean energy with an even cleaner design.
to. Ooh,
It's
nice.
edgy. Yeah, let's see the specs.
Okay,
Ooh,
we are
this-
looking at the specs of the Lamborghini Tornado, which is an electric Lamborghini. If you didn't know, we didn't know either. We just learned this from Awi. Thank you, Awi, for sharing. Tell us more. Tell
Yeah,
us
how
more.
much?
Yeah, how much is it?
Okay,
What's the
Lamborghini
range on this baby?
It's a V12.
V12,
powered
which
by a
doesn't
V12.
really, it doesn't really count because it's
V12 is gas.
yeah, V12 is gas. It makes no sense.
Oh, it's I don't know.
You can't
Lamborghini
have. You
teases.
can't
Oh,
have.
it teases in Tornado,
It,
or it teases new car in Tornado camo. So it's teasing. I'm confused.
so it's
It's a concept, not an actual car yet.
it's a concept car. It's not-
Lamborghini Tornado concept electric supercar.
okay, so it's a.
It's
two-
a unique look into the future of Lamborghini.
Ooh, has anybody test drived it yet? That's what we need to ask.
Blondie.
Why we're Supercar Blondie when we need her.
Oh, yeah.
The Tornado concept. Okay, call us Supercar Blondie. I mean, this is interesting. So they
Yeah.
say it would be like a V12, but it doesn't make any sense because all EVs have torque.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a
all EVs have torque.
510, like something like.
Maybe he just said like he's gonna have the same torque. as-
The same torque as.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how much is it worth? Oh, no, that's an older
Old.
one. Those are like the.
Maybe it's not for sale.
Okay,
yeah, I don't
well,
think it is.
thank you very
But
much
I'm
to
gonna look into this because this is.
Awi for telling us
This
this.
is cool.
Tell us more. Tell us more. Max Power says, "Are you going to stay with Tesla forever, or would you change to a different brand of EV?" Oh.
That's a very intriguing question.
Yes,
I liked
yes,
it. I'm,
yes.
I'm interested as well.
Okay, good. Now let me
Yeah.
answer then. The thing is, so far I'm with Tesla. I love like the customer aftercare service, all of these things. Plus, I bought it pre-owned, and I didn't even buy it at a Tesla dealership. I bought it somewhere else pre-owned, and everything has been wonderful with Tesla. The Cybertruck is coming up, which is something that's really on Tessa and I's Tesla list. If you get as confused as me, it's fine. This is why this is awesome. So definitely not open to other electric cars. I think so far just because Tesla was one of the first ones for me. I know there's other like there was the Fisker before, but Tesla had this whole infrastructure of the superchargers everywhere. And even with the Chevy Volt, what I realized is that when you go to plug into all these other electric charging stations all over, you need different apps. It's a different It's a different environment for every plug you do. Sometimes it doesn't work, or sometimes you don't have that app yet, so you need to input your information. You need to put your credit card in there. It's just very complicated, whereas Tesla is a car native to the Tesla supercharger, so the handshake goes really fast. When you plug it, it knows it's there, it responds right away. So that, I have to say, is a big incentive for me to stay with Tesla.
Yeah.
Until, which will happen and is already happening, Tesla is opening some of their superchargers to all of the other vehicles, like the Mustang, the Rivian. I think it did the deal with Ford. That's why the Mustang is in there. I saw on YouTube somebody plug in their BMW. So it will become more accessible, and maybe the handshake and the software will become better.
Yeah, spread to all. Like everyone can shake hands.
Exactly,
Yeah.
with the Tesla supercharger. Until that day comes in a seamless manner, I think that for the same amount of price, unless somebody gives me a car that's really like out of this world, like the Cybertruck,
Yep.
I will not think about going with anybody else. So far, I will not. Plus, I want to support Elon Musk because I like what he's doing with the
Yeah.
whole entire humanity.
You
So-
started Frontlink the moment I met you.
Mm-hmm.
It was Elon Musk, Tesla.
Yeah.
And you don't just, you're not a sunshine supporter. You really stick. You're loyal to your
Yes.
You're loyal.
Yeah, I'm loyal
to the
usually.
company,
To
so-
the brand. Look, I
The
have,
brand.
I have everything Apple. I'm sticking with Apple.
Yeah, you're not gonna have a PC.
No,
Like,
I did
like a
that.
random PC.
Like for some things, like when I bought the HTC Vive, like all of this, like Oculus, I have the Oculus Quests and all that. I'm just waiting for the Vision Pro to be in Canada. So Tim Cook, send me one, please. Thank you. So that's the thing. Call us. That's the thing. I love to be an early adopter, and I love to do all these things.
Yeah.
Tesla, so far for me, is the best choice for anybody who would want to have less of a puzzling time charging. The Tesla superchargers are very well mapped. They're usually in places where it's very accessible, like they thought it through. We've been to Tesla superchargers that were in the random place in Hope.
Yeah, it was in a parking lot, but like there was nothing around, just apartments, like
Just-
small, like
yeah.
2-story apartment buildings, and just like there was like a random motel.
It was really nothing. There was no washroom, no nothing. But
Or-
there was
yeah.
Tesla superchargers that were available. It was rather clean. I mean, they're there. Plus, your Tesla, when you click on it, it tells you where you can charge it right away. It gives you the destination, the coordinates, all of that. It draws the route for you. So I don't know how the other EVs are doing that. But so far, Tesla's, I'm going to say, environment, I think that would be the right word. Or how do they say that? Ecosystem. Tesla's ecosystem
Yeah.
is very self-sufficient. I don't feel like I need to have a mistress right now. Could just keep that one.
or worry or anything. You're just good.
Yeah.
You're good.
No, I don't
No
need.
stress.
I don't need like a second boyfriend. You don't need to like cheat on Tesla. Usually, if you have some other car, you're gonna need to cheat on the other car with a Tesla supercharger.
Yeah.
That's more likely.
That's
to
where it
happen.
gets sticky and just
It's
like
like having your mistress in your own bedroom.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't put your mistress in your own bedroom. You just go to the hotel, right? Same thing. Same thing. Okay, you get it. Trevor Turek just dropped in. Hey, Trevor.
Hello.
Bonjour, ladies. How is security with Tesla vehicles? Are they easy or hard to steal? Can they be hacked? Oh, that was a super big thing when I got my Chevy Volt.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I have a friend who is in IT. And the big thing was that all of these key fobs were getting out there. So you didn't need, an actual physical key to drive your car. And that's not only with EV. That's with a lot of vehicles out there. It's getting more there. But all the EV cars, of course, they had like that type of technologies. Because if you're gonna buy EV, usually you're one of these like kind of more geeky person.
Yeah. I mean, you're already.
It goes
yeah.
with.
Yeah, it's hand in hand.
Exactly, hand in
Shake.
hand. Handshake. So he was freaking out on security and on the fact that someone could copy your fob while you're in the parking lot. So you get out of your car, you go from the parking lot to the actual mall, you're walking there, and somebody with, let's say, a suitcase or a pack sack just follows you closely enough, and they would be able to rip off the fob, like the actual like fob information, the magnetic stuff, I don't know, from your key, and then while you're shopping, they would just
Take over
you over your car.
Yeah.
So he told me this, and I was like, okay, thank you.
Please, and then you model.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it gets stolen, I have insurance and all that, so I'll just get another model. So for safety and security, I've heard this before. The kind of somebody can steal your car, and then there was the whole thing, with the air tags. So
Yeah.
people would put air tags on cars and then know where they were and like steal them from there. It's like anything. If somebody wants to steal your car, they will steal it.
So they can hotwire it. Or like,
I don't know how you steal it and like this type of car
no.
anymore because there's like no key. Like there's a few things that are weirder, but yeah, you can. I'm sure you can software control it.
Absolutely. And there's still different ways. Like even, when like your phone or your credit card information and people had like the magnet stripes, and if they were in like a subway, they would go like
Same
they just
thing.
Same thing. And it's not like they're putting their hand into your wallet and stealing your cash, right? It's like that. It's still, you're just near someone. You're just like, okay. Well,
So
if I see any unusual bank activity, then yeah, I'm going to be like,
Well, yeah, you get alerts, and that's the
Right.
thing. If my Tesla right now, a door is left open, it's gonna alert me on the app,
Yeah.
and then since I have an Apple Watch, I'm gonna get the alert on my Apple Watch.
so you see it.
Then Tesla, I'm gonna add her on there, so we're gonna get like 5 alerts everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna know that someone is kind of
Being
doing
suspicious,
something
doing-
with our car.
being sus with the Tesla. Like, and you're like,
This will happen. So meaning that the chances of this type of vehicle being stolen, I don't think are more. Again, I'm not basing on any stats. The thing I know about vehicles that are being stolen right now is actually vehicles that have this special thing inside of it. That was like a big thing a few months ago. It's not the transitor. Yeah, it's the anti-pollution system. The anti-pollution system was being stolen a lot in vehicles. Yeah.
oh yeah, I just want to throw this out
Go
there.
ahead.
So the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y are the 2 cars with the fewest theft claims in the USA.
Oh, thank you for this data.
So,
Thank you for this data.
yeah.
This is good data.
Why is it so hard to steal a Tesla?
Why is it so hard to steal a Tesla? Again, it's really wired to you. I mean, the Tesla app, the notifications, everything is wired to you. So
And you know where the car is.
you know where the car is in real time.
You're like, good luck. Like, that's
There's
fine.
internet in that car. There's like satellite in that
Yeah,
car.
we can track you.
Do we? Yeah, we can track
Like,
you.
I see where you're going. Why are you like stopping off at Chuck E. Cheese? Like, that's weird. Like,
I
this,
get Krispy Kreme now.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
exactly. I'll come and find you.
Like,
Stay
are
there. I
you-
will find you. It's
it's-
like taken.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I can find you like easy. Not a. We don't have special sets of skills for this, but we have
No.
the app.
Most of us have the app.
Yeah, but it's like when people steal like an ATM machine and they like are just so not smart about it. Like, like the show Criminals that did this. It's like I forget what it's called, but criminals get caught because they're pretty much stupid. Like, and so they like how stupid can you be? And they're like, trying to steal ATM machines, but then they do something like in the machine and they obviously get caught. Stuff like that. You're just like, did you not use your brain? Like, at least use your brain a little bit and like hack it, hack the system. But no, people are just.
No, they're just gonna
dumb.
use the car, and then we're gonna get a notification saying they left it.
It's like on the road. You're like, okay.
I'm just gonna go pick it up.
911.
911.
Yeah,
Can
911
you
or
go pick up
999.
my car,
wherever you are.
please?
Yeah.
The guys at Chuck E. Cheese.
Hey, like, I don't want to deal with this right now because I'm not qualified to deal with this kind of arrest. I'm not
I'm a YouTuber
I'm
and a
like-
personal assistant.
I'll come watch, but
I'll film this.
I'll come watch, but I'm not gonna like take, it's like the just no.
Yeah.
But that'd be funny to
That would
see,
be
and I
funny.
just like look at them and be like, really,
And he tried to steal Piper's car.
really,
What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Yeah,
This is coming for you.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
like literally Liam Neeson,
yeah, literally. You're
But,
like
like-
Liam Neeson.
but in my soul, like not like.
yeah. Well, okay, you're not a grown man.
Yeah,
A cute, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're cute Liam Neeson. I'm Piper.
I'm Tessa.
And you are listening to While You Wait, the podcast that makes you feel good while you wait for your EV to charge or for.
Your bathwater to fill up.
Yeah. Now, we are 2 girls, 1 electric car, and our electric car is a Tesla Model X. So ask us any questions that you have on electric cars. If you have a hate comment, positive comment, just drop it there. It's a community, so we want a lot of people to interact with us and share anything and everything related to electric vehicles. It can be direct or indirect, like I said. It's
Yeah.
open to everything.
Open platform. This is an open discussion. Anyone can join. Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah. We are open to everybody.
Doesn't matter what you think,
Everybody.
how you feel. I mean, it does matter. We care, but just however you want to
Express yourself.
Express yourself. Do it. This is the safe place to do it.
Yes, we have a fish who says the catalytic converter. Exactly. The catalytic converter was a thing that was being most stolen in cars, and especially in Quebec, Ontario. There's a big thing because there are some special rare metals in there that are resellable. Like gold. And it is very expensive to replace on a car. Now, not every cars has the same models of catalytic converters, so some of them were really just like being stolen, and it was very easy to steal. So some people decided to put these it's like a plaque underneath your car, a bit like if you were doing off-road. Sometimes you would want to put some type of a steel sheet or like a sheet there so nobody could actually access all of the components underneath, or like on a tank, you know, same. So you decide how efficient you want this to be. I think that though, like some other components would be like stealable in other cars, but that is not very much like related to why you would steal a Tesla or why you would steal an EV compared to another car. And just like Tessa said in her research, like from one research, Teslas are actually not being stolen that much.
Yeah, no, they're really hard. Like I'm gonna do some more research, but because this is interesting, I want to know the components. Like why does it make it? Obviously, it's electric.
Yeah,
and there's different safety and security measures.
You steal a car because you want the parts or the entire car.
Yeah, but if they
Mostly
don't
it's
understand,
the
unless it's an engineer like
Yeah.
stealing,
You don't
like,
have a motor,
Yeah.
they're like, "What is this? Lithium?" They don't know what lithium is.
And maybe we'll see more stealing of newer electric cars to kind of change your battery, swap your
Yeah.
battery. When that would be the only reason why I would feel like stealing an electric car would make sense, to get a newer battery, because the battery is like $25,000 Canadian
but
to
you don't
swap.
know how many charge it was.
But exactly,
So it's
you
just
don't
a
know.
bug game.
It's a bug, yeah. So you just steal like a newer model and you hope for the best.
Well,
And also some battery components are not necessarily convertible. Like you can't just like take those cells and
It's
put
not
them
a
back
swap.
in. It's not a swap. It's harder than that. That's why it costs so much money
Yeah, so they might
to
be.
actually do.
Yeah, that might be like newer, like more security measures. Say it's not
Exactly.
compatible. It's like the handshake all over again, but like
Yeah.
it's still the same hand. But it's like
Yeah,
it's
you
like
can't
no.
just open the Tesla and change the
Nah.
battery. This is not a toothbrush.
No
like, you
gypsies.
can't do that. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, they're trying to fist bump, but they can't.
No, they can't. Woohoo! We have Trevor Turek who says, well, thanks Tessa for that info.
No bother at all.
Wonderful.
No bother at all.
Howie says by 2030, 80% of all new cars sold must be electric, and 70% of vans. Now, where are we talking? I think he's saying Canada. By 2035, 100% of all new cars sold must be electric. Is there a year that all new cars sold in Canada must be electric? Well, you know what? Yeah, exactly. By 2035, 100% of all new cars sold must be electric. So that means that all the dealerships are going to need to sell only the new cars, again, new, not pre-owned, not used cars. 100% of them are going to need to be electric. So we're talking about Ford, Tesla, of course, but that's already electric, so it doesn't matter. But all these big ones, GMs, Jeep, in Canada, they need to sell only newer models that are electric. I don't know when it's going to happen for the pre-owned, because it is also a bit of an issue. If I'm going to get this right, if everybody was to actually switch their cars, like ditch all their cars right here, right now, and just go buy a new one, we would have a bit of a problem with all of these like cars. How do we convert them? How do we recycle them and all these things? So I think it is a process, but going into this process is going to be very interesting. And if you're thinking about switching cars, don't purchase a gas car. Purchase an used EV maybe to kind of get in that new EV wave, because these laws are there and so far they're staying there. At the time of this recording, we're in 2024, so that gives us approximately 11 years until 100% of the cars sold have to be electric. But be an early adopter. Get on the electric wave right now, because that's what's supposed to happen. If it changes, then like do like everybody's gonna do and change. But so far, maybe you wanna, just be like us, be aware of how electric works. What's the ecosystem like?
Yeah, we're educating ourselves. Like every day, we're just trying to figure out like more and more information, so we can give more information to everyone, so we can eventually move. Once 2035 happens, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be okay.
We're gonna be better
because we're preppers, right?
We're preppers.
But we're like tiny preppers.
We're tiny preppers.
We're tiny preppers.
Yeah.
On the spectrum of preppers, we're tiny preppers.
Cute preppers.
Yeah, we're cute preppers.
We're cute preppers.
Thank you to all of our EVs. That's the name we gave you, or Max Power gave you this name. Those are all the people that are actively listening to us. And when I say actively, it means you listen, of course, but you also write a comment. You also share this video with a friend, a family member, or everybody or anybody that is interested in electric vehicles. And just maybe you see one in the street you don't know, just come ask us, right?
Always.
We're open to discussion.
We're open for business.
Discussion. Plus, when we actually go on road trips, we have our big sign and we are waiting for you to come and talk to us. Don't worry, we also come and get you sometimes.
Yeah, we will.
If you're shy,
find you.
we might. Yeah.
We will knock on
We'll knock on you.
We'll knock on your window.
Yeah. Hello.
They're like, we don't want any, and we're like, no, you do.
Yeah, you do. You do. You want. What
I'm not
we've
selling
got.
Girl Scout cookies.
Not this time.
Girl Scout. Not this time.
Not this time.
I will.
This time is free, people.
I'll
It's
rejoin.
free.
I'll rejoin.
Just to get those little cookies. Howie says this is in the UK. Well, okay, in the UK. Well, it's like that in Canada. 2035 is like that in
I think
Canada.
it was an agreement, I think.
The country made a deal.
Yeah, they made a deal. It's they all got together.
Of course, they always do.
The
So
UN.
usually the
UN, right? United Nations.
yeah, and like the G7 and all that,
G7
they
summit.
kind of have the same laws so that everybody can still do libre-échange, so they can still exchange vehicles and still like have this you import export that thing, and so that it benefits all countries, again, all countries that are countries that already talk to each other. The other countries, well, I can't talk for them.
80% of people in Finland got electric.
Yeah,
Yes.
80%.
80% of people in Finland have an electric car.
And
That is a lot.
Yeah, they're way over the curve of just, they just know what, they're just,
They're the best.
they
They're
just
the best.
are the best.
And so far, we're not-
a few things, like just being like
And we're not
good.
we're not seeing any bad news about like, oh, Finland has more car explosion,
No, they're
or
chilling.
Finland
They're
has
subtle.
problems with things like in national news. We're not seeing any of that.
No.
We're not seeing more car crashes. It's not like, oh my God, Finland has a problem because all of these electric cars are like, running over people.
Yeah,
We're not
they're
seeing
happy.
that. So that means it's not happening.
They're happy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Did you know that in Finland, actually, they're also just like a different people. Like you don't hear that they, so when a baby's like younger, they'll put it outside actually.
What?
Yeah, so they have like rooms. It
Outside?
helps their immune system. Yeah, they're just like a different breed of people. It's awesome. Like they'll
in the cold?
in the cold, so it can help their temperature, so they are less likely to have sickness, and
So
they
they
just
put
have their
the
immune
baby
system.
outside?
Yeah, and they like have like a whole community. Like their whole community is just so like, even their towns, everyone is so comfortable and safe that they feel like that's fine as part of their culture. So
I need to go see that.
right, and so they
Somebody
just put
lives
babies
in
out.
Finland?
Yeah,
We'll go charging.
We'll
It's a
go
real
charge
thing.
in Finland.
Yeah.
They have as many charging stations
right. And then we
there.
just come across
80%.
like babies outside.
Yeah, but just say hello to babies. Well, we start with the younger generation, then they'll follow us forever.
Yeah.
We'll convert them young.
Yeah, go for them.
You know, we got phones anyway.
Yeah, exactly. They'll
The
have
babies
phones
have
anyway.
phones.
Of course, they have phones now. I mean, every parent's like, baby shark,
like, here.
baby shark.
You just show them that, they're like, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. We just
It's
need to
melting
put
the
an
minds
ad
of our youth.
before baby shark. Then we'll
What
be
was
okay for a good
Yeah.
20 years, Tessa. Another 20 years on 2 girls, 1
One
electric
electric
car. That is a fish. I mean, I don't think it's less likely to be stolen than a non-electric, but stealing an electric is sort of a new thing.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense because it's a new car.
Yeah, I mean, of course, and someone might figure that out, but yeah, as you said, jailbreak your Tesla. Definitely, that's possibilities like jailbreaking your phone,
But because it's software, hardware, it needs to be jailbreaked for sure.
But how long it takes? That would take time to jailbreak it. So by the time, unless we're on a trip, but even on a trip, we'll get alerts immediately if something happens, I don't, unless someone's a genius and they like, but why are they trying to steal that Tesla? If they're a genius like that, why your
just
Tesla?
one?
Why just one?
When they open the door.
Exactly. We
Yeah,
have an
that's
alert
what
when
I'm
the door's
saying.
open.
Yeah, you're.
He opens.
Yeah, and by the time he figures out how to jailbreak it, like also it's just one Tesla.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure with that mind he can like control them all, like control them all, be like go,
Yeah.
like, and they're all like just
That'd be
rolling out of
way
parking
better,
garages
right?
and like piling up. Yeah.
That's a better mastermind plan.
Yeah, exactly. So like psychologically, I don't think that would happen, but you never know. Criminals are getting smarter every day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's a new technology,
And
so
so
they need to
AI.
steal.
And so is AI. So AI and criminals together, not great.
Not great. In Tesla's word, not great. But do not worry, there are white knights out there who are also using AI. So just let's
it's
do
a balance.
it. It's a balance. Yeah,
It's a
life
balance.
is a balance.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Use
okay.
AI for good,
We're gonna be okay.
not for evil.
Please. Will Garcia once says, have you heard of the field of unused cars? Yes, I have. That's actually, I've seen those ones in China. Tessa, you should look this up on Google. Let's go check it out. It's fields of unused cars that is just never sold. It's kind of disturbing. It's very disturbing. There's a guy, I think I saw that on YouTube. So it's these huge parking lots of cars that, from what they're saying, have never been
China?
used. Yeah, in China. I don't know if there's some in other parts of the world. There's also like all these bicycles, like these rideshare bicycles. I've seen that too.
That's creepy.
It's just like huge fields. Yeah, of unused cars.
Can we
And
get
then
this up,
they're
please,
all
Ross?
like,
Thank you.
they're all going unused.
China graveyards.
Yes.
Eerie.
So that is very interesting. Now, Will Garcia, are you saying that because you think that is due to EV? Or are you saying that because it's just surconsumption? They build too many? Is there a point you want to get to that? Or Chinese graveyards really going on? Okay, EV graveyard. Okay, so are you talking really about the EV graveyards or the gasoline car
I
graveyards?
think most of the one that came up, I just said fields of unused cars in China,
Yeah.
and this is the first thing that popped up. So
It's
I think
all
it's just
EV, right?
EVs, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So,
Because
that's
I've seen
very
this with the bicycle, but I don't know why it's like that. Is it because people are not buying them, or is it because what
know.
happened there? They produce too many, and then they don't know what to do with them, so they just leave them there. And it's better to leave them there than actually recycle them, like unmake them. It's very interesting. Thank
Weird,
you,
but
Will
it looks like
Garcia.
it's very eerie. Like there's like when we showed the picture, there's lots of just I don't know. They look in good condition.
Yeah,
But
they
they're
do.
just like on these hills, like it's like rolling hills of just electric vehicles. But
Whole bunch
it's
of
mysterious.
cars.
It's very mysterious.
Also, we need to think about the fact that, we are not in China. We're in Vancouver, Canada. So there's very different lifestyle.
It will not permit that.
So Vancouver, I'm pretty sure will never permit that. I mean, even industries here have quotas, and they need to respect quotas. Even on milk, they have quotas.
We recycle milk.
Yeah, we recycle, milk cartons now here. We do.
Oh, we don't have the bags anymore, huh?
No, well, so there are
I haven't
some.
seen the bags. Like
It's very eastern. It's very eastern. West Coast doesn't have
they don't
bags.
have the bags.
Toronto and Quebec have the bags. It's very eastern
I
culture.
forgot about the bags because
Yeah.
I've been
I
gone.
agree.
I haven't been in this country for a while, and then
Yeah.
I came back. I'm like, oh, that's so Canadian. Where's the bags?
No bags.
Bags of
no
milk.
Bags of milk. But now you can actually return your cardboard of milk,
Yeah.
just like you would return like a
beer
can of
can.
Coke, a beer
Or
can, or just like a bottle, but like any bottle. Like so, I think it's 10 cents.
Drinking.
10 cents
Yeah,
instead of
drinking
5
bottles, right? It has to be drinking bottles. Like it can't be like a soap bottle.
No, it has to be drinking.
Right.
The soap bottle goes in the recycling, any other kind of type of Tetra pack or containers for liquids that you drink in general, the British Columbia province takes them back in and gives you money for them because they're consigned. I think you say in
Yes,
English.
yes.
Consigné.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Nice.
So that's good.
That's
That's
incentive.
really
That's
good.
incentive to bring them back.
So
right?
it would never happen in
No.
Canada, or the chance of it happening are very slim. Never
Oh,
will we
weird.
have let's say a Ford or I don't even know if we have one, but let's say we would have sorry Ford, I'm using your name in vain. A Ford super, how did they call them? Like super industry, like a super
The Industrial Revolution.
You know, like Tesla has the gigafactories.
Yeah.
Well, if Ford were to build a gigafactory, let's say in British Columbia, and then produce like 1,000 cars, and nobody wants these cars,
that wasn't sold, or just like the demand wasn't there.
British Columbia would be like, "What are you doing?" Because they have
let's
this
just put
inventory.
let's just put them on the road as like a car share or whatever, like
Exactly.
the Evos that we have here,
Maybe.
right? Like something like I think they would do something
That
like
would
that.
be clever to put them on the road.
Yeah, just use them and like have like obviously people would pay a bit, but like it would be a whole program. I think.
That's what Elon Musk doing with the Model 2.
Yeah.
The robot taxi.
Exactly.
Robo-taxi.
Yeah, the Model 2 from Tesla is going to be a robot taxi. So in kind of, well, not AI taxi, but self-driving taxi. It's going to be cheaper and it's going to be for everybody. So a bit like we talked about, it's called Waymo. That one from Google. It's
Waymo.
It's like why? No, it's WYOMO.
Wally.
Waymo.
Waymo.
I can't pronounce
Yeah,
it.
it's
I can
Waymo
see
car.
it.
Waymo.
Waymo. Is it Waymo?
Or is it Waymo? Whatever. Waymo.
Waymo. I think it's Waymo.
Waymo.
That's the one from Google. It's Max Power who talked to us about this because he lives in Arizona and there the Waymo is actually functioning and it goes everywhere. So just the same thing. But again, that's the thing with capitalism, which China is kind of more doing communism. So the thing is, well, in big industries won't produce more because it costs them more. So if they can't sell it, it's offer and demand. They usually won't produce more. It's going to cost them too much, and they'll be at loss for profit. So it makes maybe less sense. But again, I'm not an economist or I'm not an actuary, so I don't know these things. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. And
We have Dave Frank who says, what amenity should they have close to the charging stations? Toilets. Yeah, toilets.
yeah,
Girls
toilets.
need to pee all the time.
Yes.
I mean, we can do 2 hours, but after 2 hours it's over. At least every 2 hours.
What is it? The bladder is this?
Yeah,
I just learned this too.
Your bladder as a woman is big like your left fist.
Left fist too.
Approximately. And then a man's bladder, like a male, anatomically male, not gender, is big like 2 fists, like your 2 fists. So there's a very big difference between female bladder and male bladders. So that's why the female queue at the lavatory, toilets,
in the club, in the bar, anywhere.
is always longer.
Yeah.
Because female have a smaller bladder. So we should actually do twice the stalls for females and half the stalls for male. And
And
that's
just have like a covering and just everyone just goes like on a tree or something.
Okay.
Like guys, I don't know, just like give those stalls to women.
give those stalls to women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have it easier.
They just need one
It's
for
not
like
like we're chit chatting in there.
Let's go to the men's place.
I do sometimes. I go to the
Yeah,
men's
'cause
restroom.
it's too much, huh?
So I just
You can't,
I
it's
don't
not-
need to wait in this line.
No.
Like the more use it is, I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna go in there and like.
There's
guys are-
nobody anyway.
It's actually I want to ask this question: are guys kind of shocked or uncomfortable when a girl goes into the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
No?
This is married material.
This is married
Oh,
material.
really?
She said like this. She seems wise. She's not waiting.
She's a
Yeah,
wise
why
woman.
would I do that? Like,
She's a wise woman because she goes to
Gotcha,
the men's
cool.
washroom. So definitely
all
need
right, good to know. 'cause I do
toilets
that.
and washrooms near charging stations. Every charging station.
Yeah,
Yeah, go find a husband in the toilets.
in the toilet.
Hello, guys.
Love at first sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I've
Yeah.
been men's washrooms.
Can I have your number?
Can I have your number?
This is great. Okay, people, I'm Piper.
And I'm Tessa.
And you're listening to While You Wait, the podcast version of us. It is broadcasted live, after which we put it in our playlist, which is called While You Wait. You can listen to it, share it, do whatever you want with it, because it is available whenever you want it on our YouTube channel, which is called Two Girls,
One electric car.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are answering all of your questions on electric vehicles because we are the proud owner of a Tesla Model X. And I had a Chevy Volt before. So ask us anything related to electric vehicles and we will do our best to answer it, educate you, educate us, and entertain in the meantime. Oh, yeah. I mean, except for lavatories
Like
near a
food,
charging
maybe.
station, that's like what else would you put in there?
Like a little snack shop.
Little snack shop.
Hot dogs.
Pizza.
French fries. Just like a
guess,
little
like,
like a little truck,
convenience
a
store.
convenience store, like a truck stop if you need like beef
Vending
jerky.
machine.
A vending machine would be
At
okay.
least a vending machine.
could be okay.
Food and drink.
Yeah, so washrooms
Then you can have to pee
and
again
a
after the
vending
drink.
machine. That would be enough. Because at one point there would be some with other things near, like theaters, cinema, whatever.
Or like the whole like experience, right? While you're charging, you can like get previews from movies or like I don't know, just like listen to music, but like outside and like get a I don't
It's
know.
a great
just
place for advertisement, actually, because you're in
Great
your
place.
car
Yeah.
for like 20 to an hour and a half, 20 minutes to an hour and a half. And that's why when we charge, we actually get our sandwich sign out and we go knock on your door and we advertise
Yeah.
our YouTube channel and our
we
podcast.
make ourselves. Yeah, we have this time to do our job.
But maybe this is what Elon Musk
While you
should
wait.
do. Maybe he should sell because I know he's renting most of these places.
He's a
Okay, and when I
coffee
say
shop.
Elon, we're talking Tesla because Elon just owns I think 12% of Tesla now or something like that. But all of these places where the charging stations are, it could have advertisement.
Yeah, like
near.
coffee, like you know, just like,
Like-
Tesla coffee. Like you
Yeah.
can do that,
Yeah, like at the vending Tesla coffee machine.
and it's like proper coffee.
And you could pay with your apps
Yeah,
because
and
you have the credit
Genius.
for the
TM
electric vehicle.
this. TM this.
TM this.
TM this. You can't
Where's
steal
my
this.
lawyer?
And my cousin's a lawyer, so he. I'll send
Not
him
nice.
this,
I
but,
can't say nice. I say
very
super cool. Super cool.
But yeah, it's. I forgot what.
You're
what I was
good?
gonna say.
Okay, no problem.
My like screen shut down. I was like, oh no.
No, just screenshot
Oh
away.
yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted to comment from where is he?
Mm-hmm.
Hailfish. He said, or no, Trevor. If a Tesla was stolen, can it be tracked and found? And then I just wanted to like,
Okay,
you know,
you're
just
gonna want to Google it?
Yeah. So I already Googled it, and I just
Go
wanna,
ahead.
You know, end with an answer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we're
Yeah.
all ears.
Yeah, so whilst there's not an actual physical Tesla GPS, drivers can track their vehicles through the app, right? So that's where the tracking and locating can be found. So I think we already said that before, but then the question was asked after.
No, but it's good. It's good to
Yeah. It can be easily, yeah.
So
reiterate.
yes, we have like total control of the car. We can even summon it. You can lock the doors, open the doors
it
from
can
a
be-
distance.
It can be recovered if lost.
We know where it is.
Yeah.
It tells you in the app where it is. So that being said, unless somebody can really like jailbreak in a way where you lose control of the app,
Yeah.
or let's say, you know, a bit like when you reset a password, then it says, do you want to log out of all of your open sessions on all your other browsers, devices, and all of that?
Exactly.
So unless you're able to jailbreak in that way and make everything and everybody else log out of that vehicle, just like myself, I'm logged into my vehicle right now, well then, yeah, after that you have like the normal ways to finding your vehicle, like the VIN number and all these things that you can take for your car so the police can identify it if resold. One of the issues with stolen cars was actually that they were very hard to find because people were sending them to Africa, like from Canada. So there's cars and vehicles were being stolen, and then they were sending them to like another continent, which would make them like impossible to find.
And those people don't have the electricity just for the Tesla. They don't have superchargers. So they
Yes,
just for the
exactly,
parts, so they will
exactly.
not steal it for them.
No, exactly. So if we're talking like third world countries or in development countries, for them to steal like a Tesla or electric vehicles would be very dumb because, well, again, they're still working off of petroleum and gasoline and all of these components that have, yes, maybe gold in them or lithium. If they would want to really like resell lithium, they could do that, but it needs to be worth it. Somebody steals something, usually it's because they know how worth it is, or you're just, in some cases it's just somebody decides to steal something right here right now. It's opportunity. But in most cases, if
Opportunistic,
we're
yeah.
talking about main stealing, like a lot of things like the catalytic inverter, the catalytic thing for the pollution, the catalyst, being stolen, well, that's a thing. So it's actually, it's a lot of people that do that, and then there's a réseau. So there's a lot of people, and then they know where to take it, sell it. So it's a big thing. It's not just like one guy that steals ones and resell it on the side. It's a bigger plot. Let's just say it like that. Here we have Will Garcia one who says, I said that back when you were talking about how gas cars were going to be slowly replaced by electric cars. Okay. I do think, yeah, okay. So gas cars are going to be slowly replaced by electric cars. And then we went to the fields. I mean, it's possible.
Fields.
I don't know what's going to happen then. How we end says, Tessa and Piper, do you have a small carbon footprint? Do you receive, recycle, and stay away from harmful product?
Yeah.
Asking as you own an EVX.
Actually, yes.
Well, our carbon footprint would be, I assume, lower.
Yes.
Just because of the EV. So we use electricity instead of gasoline. Just that. And I think we could kind of Google it. Like our EV vehicles actually, yeah, the carbon footprint of an EV vehicle versus a gasoline vehicle. What would be the difference? Now, I'm not doing all of this for the planet necessarily. I'm more doing it for technology and the future, and in that sense, meaning I'm not vegan. Like I eat meat, so my carbon footprint is, I mean, on that sense, not like I'm not in the minus. I'm not like composting and doing all these other things. So did you find something?
It's just saying all studies agree that electric vehicles save between 50 to 70% CO2 equivalents, and that the time needed to recoup the additional emissions caused by battery production is 1 to 2 years.
So you see, I bought a used vehicle, so it was already recouped when I bought it, because I bought it in 2020. I think no, 2020, 2022. 2022 has been a year and a half. So 2022. Then that means that this footprint has already been taken care of, and now buying unused of everything, and that's why thrifting and all these things are kind of in vogue, not just because of inflation, but because we have this environmental consciousness now more than ever, right? You like thrifting sometimes?
I actually, unless I need
what? I'm gonna pop some tags.
Literally, I don't know what it is. I like staples, of course. Like I'll buy other things, but like I like thrifting because it's just, you find really good stuff.
It's different, right?
I have, like,
so you don't have like this one boutique where there's one thing. You have like all these boutiques mixed in one.
Yeah, and then you're just like, depending on my mood, I can change it up anytime I want. Like that's what I like.
So it's the thing. You can buy an used EV to answer that question, and then your carbon footprint will be even lower. Of course, if you buy a used gasoline vehicle as well, but like Tessa said in red, EV is still lower. So just like that. Yes, I guess our footprint is lower.
The more you drive, the faster you'll recoup. So
yeah,
you're gonna don't
for the same amount.
Everyone's, what is it? The coal roll? Coal roll?
Coal roll?
Remember
yes, the coal roll. Yeah. So that's when like a truck or somebody passes you, and then you know when it does like this huge cloud of smoke,
like black smoke.
Like the black smoke.
Yeah.
And then you get coal roll.
You're just like gassing at you, and you're like,
ew, I got an EV. Don't do that to
dark.
me.
Biohazard.
Exactly. So
Biohazard.
you can open your biohazard filter if you have it on your Tesla model, whatever. But we got the X.
Whatever. Yeah.
Does your Tesla have a nickname? Yes, because actually you need to nickname your Tesla. Well, okay, you don't have to, but there's literally a place when you open the app, you need to give it a name. You need to give it an actual name. So my Tesla's name is Slice1. Like you can see in the app. So every Tesla owner nicknamed it. I mean, I almost have no more battery and we need to go somewhere. Okay, we're going to figure it out. I have way enough to get back and forth.
Diesel smoke.
There's no problem.
Well, still.
But it's like,
diesel smoke, still. Biohazard.
Yeah, biohazard.
Blocked. Blocking out the haters.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Buy haters. So this is something that you need to, be aware of. That, you need to be aware that you can name your Tesla. Some people name their cars, but this really, you can really name it. Like
actually name it, not just be like
and
telling someone, hey.
It appears on the dashboard too.
That's cool.
It's really like you need to name it. For real. It's become a better part of you. Also, there is an Easter egg. If you have a Tesla, I don't know if it still works depending on the update you're at or the model you have, but if you name your Tesla 42, something's going to happen. So just try to name your Tesla 42 and see what happens, okay? On your dashboard, you need to be in your Tesla to do that. You can't, it's not in the app that it happens. It's like when you do it from the actual like screen, then when you name it 42, things will happen. I can't discuss
Can
more.
I see it today?
I can't disclose. Yeah, we can try later.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
That's good. When we come back, like we could do a little short video
Yeah, perfect.
on naming the Tesla 42 and see what happens. Because, well, I mean, 42 is life, right?
42 is a lot.
You have a Model X Tesla. What kind of model is Tessa? You don't have to answer. So Tessa is her real name. That's her real name. It like looks so similar to Tesla. This is like pure coincidence,
Yeah, I
right?
swear it's on my birth certificate. It's on my driver's license, my like health card, like my documents.
Yeah.
I've never not been Tessa.
So I actually think that Elon Musk copied Tesla, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say
Started
that.
something.
No Nikola Tesla. Right?
No,
No,
Nikola Tesla. We're not counting him.
It was actually just Tessa.
Tesla is just a name, it's just a name, but it's the name that looks the most like Tesla, for sure. Like I don't know which other name. Like even Teresa is not that close.
Yeah.
You have like
No,
one
Therese-
letter difference.
Teresa.
Yeah, even like if you were called like Lessa, that would still not be as close as Tesla.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. It was meant to be.
It's meant to be.
It was meant to be. Everything.
Don't argue
happens-
with it.
Yeah,
Just
just
roll
let
with
it go. Just
roll with it.
roll with it.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it and enjoy the confusion of like, are we talking about Tesla or Tesla?
Tesla. We have a diesel smoke. Okay, so diesel smoke, yes, it is like darker, right?
That's
Or-
like the black. That's like the
This is
black
black.
smoke. It looks like death is upon us. Like,
Yeah.
Like it is just like
You don't want to
poison.
put your face there, right?
No, and people are like, and then it's loud and it's just like, and
Yeah.
it's just like all in there.
I don't like that.
No.
But I mean, okay, the other reason why you could have like really dark stuff coming out of your like exhaust is sometimes if your oil is kind of leaking or other problems like that.
Other dark matter.
But in general, I mean, yeah, these all make sense. Dave Frank is saying, what are your weekend thoughts? Well, we haven't thought about it. We're kind of going one day at a time. One day at a
Always.
time. We have like a lot of stuff. We're going to go do a little bit of a beauty this afternoon, Tessa and I, so we can be like presentable for YouTube. Video, photo, what?
yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, Tessa was my stepmother's name. See, you're not alone in the world with that name.
Oh wow. Cool. Hi, stepmom named Tessa.
Yeah, hi stepmom named Tessa. See, this is some people named Tessa.
Respect.
So
Yeah.
you're not alone. It's,
Yeah,
it's
definitely
it's a
share
word
this with her.
and a name.
Yeah, it's not a very common name, so that's cool. Anytime I meet another Tessa, it's very rare. I'm just
It's
like-
true. I've
just
never
like,
met a Tessa.
I met a few Tessas, like TESS, and I'm just like,
like
it's not the same.
Tess?
And then their name is
I
actually just
thought,
Tess.
I thought it was like a shortener for something else.
It usually is, but then
Yeah.
they just sometimes their name is Tess. Or it's one S. Like someone's like,
Parents get freaky.
yeah, they're like TESA, and that's the other Tessa I met was like TESA, and I was like, why? Why? Like,
Why
what
did
is
your parents
wrong?
want people to not know how to write your name?
No, it's just Tessa. It's not Tessa.
Tessa.
Yeah,
I get it. This is While You Wait, the podcast that entertains and educates you on everything and anything electric vehicle related. Yes, we do talk about things like gas prices, like gas motors, ice, and everything related to that because indirectly and directly it does affect the EVs. We all live on the same planet, so we all need to know what's happening and when it's happening. So that we can really embark on this futuristic ride because in 2035 there will be no more gas vehicles sold in Canada, new ones, just like how we said it is the truth at the time of the recording of this video. We don't know what the rest of the time will say.
we don't.
No.
But just right now.
Well,
we
we're
do.
trying, but we're trying to be as futuristic as we can, and that's why we decided to embark on this amazing adventure on two girls, one electric car. Zzz. I did it with my mouth. And you can find us on our YouTube channel that has the same name. We have short videos that we upload every single day. We have community posts that are either, reminders of the videos that we had or photos. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook,
Patreon
and
everywhere.
Patreon. Yes, to support our amazing podcasts. Thank you to all of our patrons. We have approximately 11 patrons right now that are paying patrons. don't worry. If you don't pay right now, it's fine. You can still become a free member, like a free Patreon. Patreon just like rolled this out not long ago. So go there. You'll have access to all of the free content, so all of the YouTube videos and things like that. You'll know what's happening. Plus, you get teasers of what we're posting. So whenever you have the extra $2.97.
I
US
think, yeah,
dollars?
some change, like go into your couch, like get some change out of your
Yeah.
couch and use that.
Out of your car.
Out of your
Get
car.
out of your car.
There's
yeah,
always
underneath
that.
the seats, there's always like a few.
Yeah, when you do the
coins
vacuum.
when you
When
need-
you do the vacuum, just like we did
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah, do that. Find that extra change. Support us. And that way we can keep on entertaining and educating you. And if you have a lot of information, if you see something on the news, on your Facebook feed, on YouTube, anywhere, please do share it in a comment under any of our videos, because Tessa reads and answers all of the comments on all of the channel. And
Don't worry, mistress, you still listen.
Yeah, I still listen and read.
And I let
Yes,
you know,
yes,
and you're there. We're always together, so.
Yes, but meaning that she's my eyes and ears. So put it there. That way we can actually make a video and or a short format video
With what
to
you want
answer
to
your
do.
questions,
Or, yeah.
even a long format podcast.
Anything.
Anything.
Just do it and we'll try give it a go.
Yeah. Patreon is under $3 USD. Super easy.
Yeah.
This
Go
is
on, Will
super
Garcia.
easy. Under $3 USD. Troy Payton is there. Thank you, Troy, for being there. One day I'm going to have to take a shot every time you say 2 girls, 1 electric car.
That sounds like a fun game.
Actually, you have to take a shock.
Nice. I mean, super cool.
Yeah. Okay, don't do that. Don't do
Brilliant.
that. That might hurt you. That might hurt you. Oh, and thank you. Carl is just like clarifying something that fuel prices dropped. They were announcing, like it raised on Wednesday, and right now we are Friday. They were announcing that it would drop back again before the weekend because carbon tax and all that things happen, and it went up. But they said it was supposed to go down, and it is going down. Though, again, electricity has not changed over the past 2 days.
It has not.
And,
We need to charge right now.
and
we need to
fuel
charge
has.
right now. No, we can charge
No.
whenever we want.
We can. We are all good with that.
Yeah.
That is a good incentive for you to think about driving an EV. Go test drive one. Make a
Vroom,
little
vroom.
video and put in your hashtags 2 girls, 1
One
electric
electric
car.
car.
We'll reshare your content, even maybe do a little remix video with it to give you more exposure and to give us more fan club appreciation. Yeah.
That's what we want.
Thank you to all of our EV supporters. We love you
EVs.
all. Yeah, EVs. That's
Thanks,
how we're
EVs.
calling you, people.
Yeah.
EVs. We'll see you in the next one. Don't be shy. It's the weekend. So share this video and this
Enjoy.
podcast with everybody, right?
Yeah. Hopefully the weather's nice. Have a barbecue. Enjoy yourself.
And play us
Play
in
it.
the background.
Yeah. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Wow, what are we going to eat for lunch?
Oh, are you hungry?
I'm a little bit hungry. I mean, I know we ate like breakfast late, but it's already 1 p.m.
I could eat this stuff.
What?
Too.
I'm not sure because we don't have